Welcome. My name is Rebecca Mitchell, and what I'm about to tell you isn't just a story. It's a lifetime in a moment, a quiet revolution in a room full of noise. It's proof that some of the strongest people are the ones no one sees coming. My whole life, I was compared to my sister, Megan. She was the golden one, born with charm, beauty, brilliance, and the ability to make people fall in love with her in 5 minutes. Teachers adored her, neighbors praised her. Our parents? They treated her like she hung the moon. She got the biggest slice of cake, the newest phone, the loudest cheers at school plays. I got hand-me-downs. I got silence. And I wasn't jealous. At least not at first. I just kept thinking, maybe if I tried harder, they'd see me too. So I joined clubs, took honors classes, got good grades. But no matter what I did, Megan always outshined me. Once, when I was 14, I won second place in a regional science fair. I came home beaming, holding that silver medal like it was gold. My mom glanced at it and said, "That's nice, honey. Megan just got accepted into the governor's leadership summit." My medal ended up in a drawer, forgotten, just like I often felt. The thing about being constantly overshadowed is, it either crushes you or builds something inside you, a quiet fire, a private resolve. By the time I was 18, I'd stopped trying to compete. I stopped trying to prove anything to anyone. While Megan went off to study pre-law at Stanford, I made a different decision. One no one expected. One no one even noticed. I enlisted. No grand announcement, no goodbye party. I packed my duffel, signed the papers, and shipped out quietly. It wasn't about rebellion. It was about finally doing something for me. Basic training broke me down and built me back up again. Every morning at a.m., when we ran drills in freezing rain. Every night, when exhaustion clawed at my muscles, and I had nothing left to give, but gave anyway. I found her, not Megan, me. I found Rebecca Mitchell, strong, smart, resilient. I rose through the ranks slowly, steadily. I earned every bar, every salute, every ounce of respect. I became the kind of woman I used to wish I could be. And I did it without applause, without Instagram, without my parents even knowing the weight I carried. You'd think they'd be proud, but whenever I came home for holidays, they still treated me like some girl on a gap year. "Oh, Becky's in the military. She's doing great things, aren't you, sweetie?" Then right back to Megan. Megan, the lawyer. Megan the star. Megan with the condo and the fiank and the big case. That always made her late to dinner. But this Thanksgiving, it was different. For starters, the whole house was decorated like it was Megan's birthday. Banners that said, "Congratulations, Megan." A cake shaped like a legal gavel. Even wine glasses with her initials etched into them. I walked in unnoticed at first, in a simple sweater and jeans. No uniform. No need. Megan spotted me and came over, all smiles and lipstick. "Rebecca, you made it. That's so brave of you, driving in from wherever you're stationed these days." Then she added under her breath, "Don't worry, there's plenty of turkey left." That's how it always was. Compliments with daggers hidden behind them. Smiles that sliced. We sat at the long table. Megan held court as usual, talking about her firm, her clients, the incredibly stressful life she led. My parents hung on to her every word like gospel. Then, as the pie was being passed around, she turned to me with that smirk. "So, Becky, still playing soldier?" She said it like I was 5, pretending in the backyard with plastic helmets. Everyone chuckled, even my dad. I didn't flinch, didn't frown. I simply said something like that. But I knew what was coming, because earlier that week, I'd told Captain Walker I'd be home for Thanksgiving. He said he'd stop by. He needed me to sign a classified report before Friday. I told him to swing by around p.m., right as Megan was toasting herself. And almost on cue, there was a knock at the door. My father opened it casually, expecting another guest or neighbor. Instead, Captain Walker stood tall in full military dress uniform. His medals gleamed. His shoes shone. His expression was crisp and unreadable. He stepped inside, glanced at the room, and then his eyes locked on me. The entire room froze. Then he did it. A sharp, perfect salute. "Major Mitchell, permission to speak freely." ma'am. The silence that followed felt like gravity collapsing. My mother dropped her fork. My father's jaw tightened. Megan? She looked like someone had just pulled the floor out from under her. I rose slowly, returned his salute. Granted, Captain. He stepped forward. Ma'am, it's truly been an honor serving under you. I've learned more from your leadership than any training course or manual. I'll wait outside, ma'am, whenever you're ready. And then, without waiting for applause or reaction, he left. The door closed, but the air didn't move. I sat down, picked up my water, took a calm sip. No one said a word. No one dared. Later, Megan came into the kitchen, her perfect hair, slightly less perfect now. She leaned against the counter, arms crossed. She wasn't smiling. Not this time. Major? She asked. The word tasted unfamiliar in her mouth. I nodded. Yes. For how long? 8 months. I lead a battalion. Oversaw 2 major international operations last year. She swallowed hard. Why didn't you say anything? Because you never asked. Silence. Then her eyes met mine, really met mine for the first time in years. I didn't know you were this. I didn't respond. Because I didn't need to. She came closer. I'm sorry, she said, voice small. I didn't give you credit. I didn't even try. I gave her a small, tired smile. It's okay. I didn't do it for you. That night, I walked out into the cold air, where Captain Walker waited beside his truck. I climbed in, leaving the echo of that dining room behind. And as we drove away, I realized I never needed their praise. I never needed Megan to shrink for me to grow. I had built something strong, something lasting, a life that couldn't be belittled, because it was real, and it was mine. Moral of the story: never underestimate the quiet ones, the ones who endure without applause, the ones who build in silence. Because one day, when the world least expects it, they will stand tall, not to prove anyone wrong, but to finally live their truth, unapologetically. And when that moment comes, even those who mock them will have no choice but to salute.